Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis is an ambitious, visually stunning, and philosophically dense film that explores themes of power, utopia, and human ambition through a futuristic narrative. At its core, the movie is a battle between two ideological forces, a visionary architect, Cesar Catilina, and the authoritarian mayor of New Rome, Franklin Crowe. The film's ending leaves audiences with an ambiguous conclusion, inviting viewers to reflect on the possibility and limitations of creating a utopia in a world deeply entrenched in political and social conflict. The role of Crassus in assisting Cesar at the end of Megalopolis is significant. Crassus, the steadfast leader of Crassus National Bank, was Hamilton Crassus III. Although Crassus was constantly bequeathing to Cesar, he desired Clotho to replace him and spent most of Megalopolis criticizing Clotho for not being prepared to lead his enterprise. At the conclusion of Megalopolis, Crassus, who wasn't exactly known as the friendliest man, decided to start anew because his nephew was now liked by New Rome. Crassus hoped that by turning over his properties and money to Cesar, he would be seen as a decent man. In the meantime, after Caesar's speech and the inauguration of Megalopolis, Clotho became universally despised. The idea of leaving a lasting impression was paramount to Crassus. He would not have been regarded as a kind guy if he had allowed Clotho and would have taken charge. He changed his mind because he wanted to avoid damage to his reputation, not because he genuinely wanted to. What the opening of Megalopolis will do to Caesar and New Rome in the future is uncertain. Caesar at last let the public inside Megalopolis after all this time. Like something out of a fairy tale, the Megaland-built metropolis was magnificent. The people of New Rome were free to do as they liked in Megalopolis. New Rome can take heart from the city's openness. People may live and work in an environment that suits their needs without depending on government authorities who, as the film implies, don't necessarily act in their best interests, a utopia that expands in tandem with them. Megalopolis was their vision. Corruption, avarice, and power were once at the head of the city's administration. In addition to cementing his destiny, the launch of Megalopolis ensured that Caesar will be remembered as a genius who saved lives. In the years to come, he is expected to remain at the head of the city's hierarchy because of the confidence he earned from the people of New Rome. Design authority and Caesar's family are financially well off for the foreseeable future. Even though it's not yet known how Megalopolis will do or how its opening will affect Caesar's ego, the utopia brought optimism and wealth to New Rome and Caesar's people. The making of Meg Allen and its operation by Cesar came after Caesar's wife passed away. He invented Meg Allen, and Meg Allen was found to be pregnant with twins at the time of her death. Caesar was hit with grief while he was attempting to save her. He saw Meg Allen as a continuation of his dream, an opportunity to build something that would ensure the planet's survival for years to come. Even though it's not apparent how Caesar created Meg Allen, he is shown in Megalopolis clutching the heart of his wife, whose automobile had fallen into the river. At one point, a strand of Megaland's wife's hair appears to have fused with him, further supporting the idea that only living things may give rise to new life. Despite the enigma that Meg Allen maintains throughout Megalopolis, Coppola does disclose a few traits of the monster Caesar frequently perceives. User images suggest that the enigmatic drug may induce hallucinations, as shown on Caesar's face after being shot. Drops of Meg Allen may also cure individuals. The substance is also the building block of Megalopolis. It can shape itself into any form and maintain itself without outside help. Time and the ability to make things invisible are two more powers that Meg Allen possesses. It is a miraculous material that can adapt to human needs and progress in tandem with us. The methods by which Caesar can manage time in Megalopolis are significant. Since Caesar fashioned Meg Allen, a being capable of warping space and time, he has complete control over the passage of time. Since Caesar created Meg Allen, he is the only one who can turn back the hands of time. The more optimism Caesar had about Megaland's future, the easier it was for him to manipulate time, suggesting that Meg Allen is emotionally linked to Caesar. As soon as that possibility faded, Caesar lost the ability to halt time as he wished. Megaland might be Caesar's tangible representation of his hope. Cesar regains and maintains his time control abilities as Julia begins to hope for them both and believes in Caesar's abilities to help the people of New Rome with Meg Allen. Just why Cesar and Julia's baby didn't freeze when the clock stopped is intriguing. When Cesar and Julia froze time at the end of Francis Ford Coppola's film, only their newborn girl remained unfrozen. Because Meg Allen was bound up with Caesar's and Julia's hopes, it stands to reason that their child is the physical embodiment of their hopes. His daughter is an integral component of Caesar's plan to improve the world for generations to come. Being unfazed by the halting of time shows that the infant has even more influence over Meg Allen than her father had. Perhaps she didn't freeze because she doesn't understand the concept of time or how it works. For the youngster, time is moving at a steady pace. She doesn't yet perceive any particular rate of acceleration or deceleration. Caesar usually freezes time by standing outside of it, but now his daughter can do the same. Thus, he must have passed his talent on to her. When the satellite fell to Earth, what became of it? A spacecraft was preparing to crash into Canada during the first half of Megalopolis as it descended to Earth from orbit. Later on, it became clear that New Rome would really be the landing spot for the abandoned satellite. The aftermath of the satellite's descent to Earth has never been adequately depicted. It appears as though the satellite has finally plummeted into Earth's atmosphere, as two chunks of debris are seen falling from the sky. This would cause chaos and death for the people of New Rome. The death and destruction caused by the satellite, however, have little bearing on the plot or its significance as a whole. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos.